Green light comes up, they're off and racing. Reckon he's a smoothie, showed pace out of the machine from any day now. Wider out the favourite Lamppost. In fact, it skipped for a few strides there. Lamppost still out of its gear and going back through the field. Settling down, Reckon he's a smoothie, works to the lead. Up on the outside, Chabalin second. Third, the leaders back came any day now. In the one by one as they settle down into stride, it's a party. Then came three back along the inside, Overdale Jack. The head of the rest, Walker's Lane. Then came back along the inside as they worked down the straight with 2 laps to go, was Grand Lee, and Lamppost is back last of all. As they come down with 2 laps to go, and Reckon he's a smoothie is the leader, clearly by 5 metres. The leader's back any day now second. Third, outside the leader came Shep Allen. In the one by one, it's a party. Walker's Lane about to hook out 3 wide. Back in behind them came Overdale Jack, the running line. He's tracked up in turn then by Grand Lee as they work into the back, and Lamppost is last of all. Down the back straight, they're back to where they started from at the lap and a half mark. Reckon he's a smoothie, 3 metres in front. Continuing to make ground 3 wide, working into the death now came Walker's Lane. Back behind the leader any day now. This gives the 1 out and 1 back seat to Shep Allen. Then came in behind them, 3 back. The inside was Overdale Jack. Being covered up the outside by It's a Party. The next pair back, the inside Grand Lee, the outside came Lamppost. Into the straight, they're about to swing to face the bell this time, and the leader Reckon he's a smoothie. Couple of metres in front, Walker's Lane up on the outside second. Locked away third behind the leader any day now, Shep Allen 1 by 1. It's a Party in the running line. Then in behind them, Overdale Jack. Back to third last then came over on the inside Grand Lee. And last of all, in fact, as they head out of the straight was Lamppost. Into the back they head. Reckon he's a smoothie, the one to run down. Couple of metres in front, Walker's Lane second. Any day now, third, the leaders back. Now working around them, It's a Party running on nicely. Shep Allen the centre. And behind them, Overdale Jack. Then came Lamppost second last. And last of all is Grand Lee. They work along the back, the field starting to bunch. Reckon he's a smoothie, a metre in front. It's a Party continuing to make ground to go up and join this leader 3 wide. Then came Any Day now about to get clear, followed by at the head of the rest came Walker's Lane dropping off. Running on then, along the inside came Overdale Jack, and at the head of the rest, Lamppost with the work to do. Into the straight, Reckon he's a smoothie, narrowly in front. Joined quickly on the outside by It's a Party, who's gone to the lead. Wider out now came Any Day now, who's clear. It's a Party in front near the line, trying hard Any Day now. It's a Party pulling out plenty though, and It's a Party scores by 3.5 metres. Any Day now second. Third, Reckon he's a smoothie. Overdale Jack fourth. In behind them, Grand Lee. A long gap back then came Lamppost, Walker's Lane knocked up, and last of all, Shep Allen. Numbers about to come up after race 4. You'll find It's a Party. Green light comes up, they're off and racing. Mastered shows some pace out of the machine. Heading it early though, Jack, a superb will lead on settling down. Mastered might take it on though, the driver anxious to lead. And Mastered, the favourite, works around them in the early stages to lead. Jack, a superb second. Third came Kenny Armour in the early stages. Then back along the inside was Troubled Waters. One off the fence making ground around the outside there was Ebony Falcon. Back behind them in the running line, JD Scooter. They're followed by Our Benefit second last, and last of all is Admiral's Fella. Down to the judge they'll come with 2 laps to go. The leader is the favourite, Mastered. Clearly in front, Jack a Superb is second. Moving up a little close now on the outside, Ebony Falcon. Back along the inside, 3 back came Kenny Armour. It's covered up the outside by Troubled Waters. Back third to last is JD Scooter. Second to last there as they work out of the straight was over on the inside, Our Benefit. And last of all, as they work into the back straight, is back there Admiral's Fella. So down the back straight they head. They're back to where they started from. Mastered the leader by 3 metres. Moving a little closer now, Ebony Falcon on the outside second. Jack a Superb, the leader's back. In the 1 by 1, Troubled Waters. Covering up on the inside, Kenny Armour. Then came over on the outside was JD Scooter. Further back then, Our Benefit second last. Last of all is Admiral's Fella. They work off the back straight, a lap and a quarter out. The leader, the favourite, is Mastered in second placing over on the outside. Sneaking a little closer now as they work into the straight, Ebony Falcon. Back the leaders back came Jack a Superb. 1 by 1 is Trouble Waters. 3 back the inside, Kenny Armour. Then in the running line came JD Scooter. Our Benefit second last. Last of all is Admiral's Fella. Bell sounding, a lap to go. Around 800 metres out. Mastered the leader, a metre in front, Ebony Falcon. Working around them 3 wide now, JD Scooter. Tracking him up in turn, Our Benefit. Trouble Waters back in the centre. Then Jack a Superb hunting up behind the leader, followed by Kenny Armour. And back last of all is Admiral's Fella. Into the back, the field starting to bunch. Mastered 2 metres in front. Over on the outside, Ebony Falcon in second placing. Looking for the way clear, Jack a Superb. Then came wider out as they worked their way off the back was JD Scooter. He's trapped out wide. Back then in the centre came Trouble Waters. There followed by, back on the inside came Kenny Armour, and back near the rear unleashing a run, Our Benefit, along with Admiral's Fella. They're about to swing the home turn, and over on the inside Mastered the leader, about to join it Ebony Falcon. Wider out then came JD Scooter. It's going to the lead in the centre now, Ebony Falcon, battling back the favourite Mastered. Ebony Falcon though is going home a bit the better from Mastered, and Jack a Superb getting clear, but Ebony Falcon scores 3 metres on the line. Mastered third place and give it to Jack a Superb. Right up along the inside, Admiral's Fella with a late run. Then came Trouble Waters. In behind them to pull up was JD Scooter. Back among the tail enders, Kenny Armour, and Our Benefit knocked up as well. Stand by for the placings after the running of race number 5. He lets them go, they're off and racing. Cano Fame won the start in the centre. Kingsford Ado on the outside in the early stages, races up to second. In behind them, a good beginning for the favourite Sophocles settles third. Wide out on the track, Happy and You Know It. Back behind them, Barry John's Choice and Harry McClary. They work off the back straight on the first occasion. A clear leader now, taking over is Cano Fame. Strides clear by about 4 or 5 metres. In second placing, Kingsford Ado the outside. Getting up behind the leader then came the favourite Sophocles. Then further back in the field over on the outside, Barry John's Choice. Second last, Harry McClary, and Happy and You Know It is last of all. They trot down past the judge with 2 laps to go. In the 6th here, the trotter's free for all at Fairfield. Leader is Cano Fame. In second placing, the leader's back came the favourite Sophocles. Barry John's Choice works around the outside to third. Then back in the centre, Kingsford Ado. Wider out, Happy and You Know It. And Harry McClary is last of all. Into the back straight they stride. They're almost back to where they started from. Cano Fame, the leader. In second placing, moving a little closer now on the outside, Barry John's Choice. Putting Sophocles in the pocket behind the leader. Then the next pair back are Kingsford Ado, over on the outside of Harry McClary, and 10 metres away last of all, Happy and You Know It. They come to that top circle, short of a lap and a half to go now, and Cano Fame 3 metres in front. Barry John's Choice is second on the outside, Sophocles third behind the leader. 1 by 1, Kingsford Ado. Harry McClary is second last, Happy and You Know It last of all. Into the straight this time to face the bell. And the leader's been there from the outset, Cano Fame, trotting along nicely in front. Barry John's Choice a metre away on the outside second. In third placing along the inside, Sophocles. 1 by 1, Kingsford Ado. And the last pair are Harry McClary over on the inside of Happy and You Know It. To the back on the final occasion, around 500 metres to go. In the 6th here at Fairfield. And Cano Fame the pilot. By 2 or 3 metres in front. Barry John's Choice the outside second. Sophocles is third, the leader's back. Then came Kingsford Ado, a clear fourth now. In behind them, Happy and You Know It. And last of all is Harry McClary. As they work off the back straight, Cano Fame still defies them. Gets away now, the best part of 6 or 7 metres in front. This will leave the way clear for Sophocles to work to the clear now. He goes up into second placing. Barry John's Choice over on the outside is third. Then came Kingsford Ado, Happy and You Know It, and tailed off last of all Harry McClary. Into the straight, Cano Fame, a narrow leader. Here's the favourite Sophocles though, quickly grabbing it on the outside. Sophocles goes to the lead, late Kingsford Ado, but Sophocles drawing clear near the line. Sophocles scores by 3 metres. Second placing Cano Fame, out wide at Kingsford Ado. In behind them came Barry John's Choice. Gap back then, Happy and You Know It, and Harry McClary was last of all. Off and racing in the 7th here at Fairfield, showing some pace towards the centre, Camwood Fay, along with the favourite inside of Panorama Bay in the early stages. Camwood Fay driving hard on the outside. Panorama Bay may retain the inside. It does out of the straight. Racing to third, Empire Scooter. One off the fence, Ship Cruiser in the early stages. Charlie Khan the inside from He's a Pika Race. In behind them then as they work into the back straight on the first occasion, Evil Rama. Back second last is Prince of the Club, and after a slow beginning, last of all, Like a Hawk. Into the back straight they head, a lap and a half out, and the favourite's taken over Panorama Bay, a metre in front. Moving up on the outside a little closer now, in second placing came Camwood Fay. Third, the leader's back, Empire Scooter. One by one, Ship Cruiser. The next one, Charlie Khan, back along the inside. Then came He's a Pika Race, the running line. In behind them, Prince of the Club, followed by Evil Rama, and about to tack on at the rear Like a Hawk. They swing into the straight to face the bell this time. Panorama Bay, 2 metres in front. Camwood Fay, the outside second. Empire Scooter locked away behind the leader third. One by one, Ship Cruiser at the moment. In the running line is He's a Pika Race over on the outside of, back along the inside came Charlie Khan. Back behind it, Prince of the Club. Evil Rama second last of all, Like a Hawk. Short of a lap to go, they stride to the back. The favourite, the one to run down, Panorama Bay, still a couple of metres in front. Camwood Fay has cut the breeze throughout in second placing. Third behind the leader, Empire Scooter. Then came Ship Cruiser in the one by one. Back along the inside, Charlie Khan commencing a run, Evil Rama from the rear. In behind them, He's a Pika Race. Back on the inside, Prince of the Club. And at the rear, Like a Hawk, they start to bunch. Panorama Bay still a metre in front. Not done with yet. Camwood Fay on the outside about to join it. Then came Ship Cruiser winding up, looking for the way clear, Empire Scooter, and wider out Evil Rama. Swinging the home turn, Panorama Bay, a narrow leader, trying hard, Camwood Fay. Joining in out wide on the track now, Evil Rama with a strong run, and Charlie Khan wider still right across the track. Panorama Bay fighting back, Empire Scooter the inside, wide out Charlie Khan, great go. Maybe Empire Scooter on the inside, Charlie Khan out wide, back nearer the inside, Panorama Bay, a rest between those three. In behind them then came Prince of the Club, further back then Ship Cruiser. Back behind them to pull up as they going to the back there was Camwood Fay. Back at the head of the rest then came Evil Rama, who pulled up quickly over the line. Like a Hawk is there, and He's a Pika Race. Good finish. Right across the track, race number 7. And we stand by for the placing. From 1, Empire Scooter, and 3, Panorama Bay. Great finish to the 7th on the program. Racing. Good even dispatch. Going away fast now in the centre was Carilla Conquest, will lead on settling down. My Mate's Horse up on the outside into second place early. Vorotnikov Lease is third. In behind them settling down came Scoot on one off the pegs. Wider out Hope for Henry now working forward. In behind them Mandalay Bay, followed by the next pair back, a little bit tricky over on the inside there. A Bucolix trapped out a little wide, and between runners is Doc's Princess. Sorting themselves out into the straight on the first occasion. Carilla Conquest the leader, working around to the outside of the leader's wheel now is Hope for Henry. So as they come down the straight, Carilla Conquest, Hope for Henry, and now Mandalay Bay coming around them 3 wide. A race that changes early. Mandalay Bay goes up and joins Carilla Conquest at the judge with 2 to go. Hope for Henry settles third in the 1 by 1. Back along the inside, Vorotnikov Lease. The next pair back are My Mate's Horse. Over on the outside of getting up along the inside now, Doc's Princess. Then came back third last Scoot on, second to last Bucolix, and bringing up the rear now is a little bit tricky. Along the back straight, they're back to where they started from. Carilla Conquest, a metre in front. Over on the outside, Mandalay Bay cuts the breeze. Third behind the leader, Vorotnikov Lease. In the 1 by 1 there, as they work off the back straight, was My Mate's Horse. Then in behind them, Doc's Princess. Over on his outside, as they work off the back, then came over in the running line, Scoot on. In behind them, Bucolix. And last of all now is a little bit tricky. Into the straight, they'll swing this time to face the bell. Carilla Conquest, a metre in front. Mandalay Bay second. Behind the leader, Vorotnikov Lease. In the 1 by 1 is Hope for Henry. Then came back along the inside, Doc's Princess. Over on its outside was My Mate's Horse. Then in the running line, Scoot on. Bucolix back second last, and last of all, a little bit tricky. They've heard the bell as they head to the back. Carilla Conquest was short of 800 to go, leads a metre. Mandalay Bay getting a little closer on the outside in second placing. Locked away behind the leader, Vorotnikov Lease. Then in the 1x1 came Hope for Henry. Further back then along the pegs came Doc's Princess. There followed by My Mate's Horse, in behind them Bucalix, then Scoot On, and last of all Little Bit Tricky. Down the back straight on the last occasion, Carilla Conquest still a metre in front, Mandalay Bay. Here comes My Mate's Horse joining in 3 wide. In behind them Barotnikov Lease. Back in the centre came Hope for Henry, and wider out then running on was Scoot On from Bucalix, well back out of it with Doc's Princess and Little Bit Tricky. They're about to round the home turn. Carilla Conquest will straighten up 3 metres in front, Mandalay Bay. Down the outside, My Mate's Horse. Wider out still came Hope for Henry. It's Carilla Conquest in front near the line, pulling out plenty, trying hard, Hope for Henry. But Carilla Conquest scores 3 metres, Hope for Henry. Third placing on the inside, Mandalay Bay. Then came Doc's Princess. Further back then, Little Bit Tricky out wide from Scoot On, My Mate's Horse, Barotnikov Lease. And back towards the rear was Bucalix. Numbers about to come up after race number 8. Green light up, often racing this time. Down along the inside, showing some pace, was Top Player shortly after the start. The driver on Groove Baby is anxious to lead. Gives it a couple of taps with the whip there. And as they come off the back the first time, Groove Baby works to the lead. Top Player is second. They've sprinted clear on the rest. Harbour Affair is third, followed by Rick's Lad on the outside. LJ's Buccaneer next. Getting up along the inside, Run Willy Winky. Second last is Tricky Bow, and back at the rear, Bullet Scooter. Down to the judge with 2 laps to go. He had to work to get there, but taking over Groove Baby, strides 5 metres in front. In second placing came Top Player. Then on the inside, as they work out of the straight with less than 2 to go now, was Harbour Affair. Rick's Lad leads the outside division. Back on the inside, Run Willy Winky, followed by in the running line as they work to the back. With a lap and 3/4 to go now was LJ's Buccaneer. Back second last, Tricky Bow, and back at the rear was Bullet Scooter. Along they back they go, and he gets away about 10 metres in front on this leader Groove Baby. Now the run's coming. Around the outside, Rick's Lad moves up closer in second placing. In third is Top Player, the leader's back. Next pair back are Harbour Affair. Over on the inside of LJ's Buccaneer. The next pair back are Tricky Bow on the outside of Run Willy Winky, and now back at the rear is Bullet Scooter. Off the back, they'll face the bell this time as they swing into the straight, and Groove Baby a metre in front of the favourite Rick's Lad, who's now up on the outside second. Third behind the leader, Top Player, in the 1x1 LJ's Buccaneer. The next pair back, Harbour Affair, the inside. Out in the running line, Tricky Bow, tracking him up in turn, Bullet Scooter. And back along the inside, last of all, as they work past the judge with a lap to go, would be Run Willy Winky. Short of a lap to go, out of the straight towards the back on the final occasion here in the last today at Fairfield. Groove Baby is the leader, narrowly in front. In second placing, Rick's Lad up on the outside. Third behind the leader, looking for the way clear, Top Player. His outside, LJ's Buccaneer. Then the next pair back were Tricky Bow, followed by further back then was Harbour Affair. In second last placing, Run Willy Winky, and Bullet Scooter last of all. They swing to that top circle, 400 metres to go. Groove Baby a narrow leader. Joining it again on the outside, Rick's Lad. Then came looking for the way clear, Top Player. Further back then, LJ's Buccaneer the outside. Hook wide now, Tricky Bow coming into it. And then at the head of the rest as they round the home turn was Harbour Affair, but into the straight. And this one's kicked clear again, Groove Baby. Trying hard, Rick's Lad. Now getting clear from behind the leader is Top Player. It's gallop though, contact with the wheel Mayo of the leader. Groove Baby is in front. Groove Baby hanging on near the line, flying home out wide, Tricky Bow, they hit it, give it to Tricky Bow maybe out wide from Groove Baby in a race of changes up the straight. LJ's Buccaneer in there for third, Rick's Lad, Bullet Scooter stormed home. Further back then in the field to pull up would have been Top Player, who looked to be coming into it, might have contacted the leader's wheel as it came off its back. Harbour Affair back second last, and back amongst the tail enders, Run Willy Winky. Keen go the last. Stand by for the numbers. Has got home from number 2, Groove Baby, right on the line. And third placing going to, we stand by for that third to go up.